Hello, everybody. It's Cody here from Rasslin Rage, and I am joined by Zeke. But I'm going to ask him some questions in a few minutes. Before I do that, make sure you smash the thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe. If you're catching this somewhere else, make sure you head on over to r2youtube.com. That's take you right to the Rasslin Rage YouTube channel. You can catch us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Rasslin Rage. Mr. Zeke, what is happening, man?
What's up, Cody?
How you doing,
What's
man?
up,
You hanging
Brett?
in there?
I'm good, man. Just enjoying my Tuesday.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Enjoy Tuesday.
Yeah.
So you're a ref. Everybody knows you're the ref. 1, 2, 3 Zeke there. 1, 2 Zeke.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
So you're obviously a fan of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
And what pushed you towards becoming a referee?
Well, I always wanted to be involved in wrestling, and I didn't know nothing about the schools until just going to the recent, like 2 years ago, probably going to Horse Slam and talking to Briar Wellington, and then I got involved with him, and he took me under his wing and then trained me.
Oh, that's awesome. So you're trained by Briar. And
Yeah.
now
And
I've
Atlas
interviewed.
Hightower too. He
Oh,
w- he
wow.
showed he showed up to our classes. Sean Lawhorn. There's
Uh,
a few people come through.
That's awesome. Now, so I've interviewed. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Jeff the Ref Bundy. He does a little work with WWN,
Yeah,
and he's throughout everywhere. He doesn't work just for them, but he also works for International Big Time Wrestling there. But I've interviewed a couple refs, and you know a lot of people don't know this, but when a ref is trained, they're trained just like a wrestler. They actually have
yeah,
to go do all that stuff. Can you tell us a
yeah.
little bit about that?
I had to take the bumps, and I took chops from Hightower. Man, oh my
Oh
God.
no.
Yeah, chops from Hightower, Briar, Lawhorn. It was it was like getting beat up every day.
Now,
And I was in there just trying to beat a ref.
right. Now, so I've seen you at a couple different organizations. We know that you're at Pro Wrestling All Stars a few times. I've seen you at Horror Slam. Are there any other organizations that you're working for besides those two?
I just I just did Ole Lucha Libre, which another one Steve Rivera runs. I just did Legacy Pro Wrestling, and that's a really good one in Lansing. I got to go put my name on that side of the state.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
No, but I'm always looking for more work.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all, not gotta work every day, right?
Yeah,
Every Saturday, every Sunday.
every Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
There you go, right? That'd
That's
be
the
good.
mission.
Now,
2020, that's my goal.
right, yeah, nice. Now, so you're a ref and you're working, and you know, I've talked to a couple of the guys wrestler wise, and they talk about, like, when they come out, and some of them had a little bit harder of a time, getting bookings and what like that. For you as a referee, do you find it harder for a ref to get bookings than, say, a professional wrestler, somebody that's actually working a match?
Yes, it's to me it's harder because there's a lot more. People don't think there's that many refs out there, but there's always that one person that wants your job.
And I think that goes with anything anymore, right?
Yeah, yeah. So you gotta. Right now, I'm the hungrier one because I feel like I'm the fresher one, and right now I just want to get my name out there as much as I can.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, you're working and you're traveling and you're doing all this thing, and um, there's people that have, anybody should have goals, right? You should have goals in life, goals in your work, goals in whatever it is your hobbies are, anything like that. Because, if you're not striving to get further ahead or to become successful, then what are you really doing, right? So, are there goals for you in professional wrestling as a ref, or do you have goals going forward? And if you do, can you share maybe one or two of those with us?
Okay, like my short term is just to be working every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and my long term is to be like AEW, NWA, AAA, anywhere in one of the major organizations. That's everybody's long term goal. But
Right.
I just want to be working every Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I got to ask you a question here because if
And I'd
if
love to work XICW is like the goal.
right. All right. Now, so everybody that's seen Zeke or knows Zeke, right?
Yeah.
Zeke has this really cool bike, right? It lights up,
Yeah,
it does all
I
this.
have two of
It's
them, man. I actually have two.
two. Well, I've only
Yeah,
seen the one. I seen the red one. I don't know if they're both
yeah,
red or not.
yeah. That was the one Pondo Road.
All right,
Sad
yeah,
eye.
right. Yeah, I seen that one
Yeah,
at Horror Slam. And I know that you're part of aren't you are you part of some kind of club or something that
yeah,
does
we're the
like
Southwest Pedal Pushers.
what is that again?
Southwest Pedal Pushers.
Okay. And I see videos that you're posting online and you guys are cruising around town in Detroit, cruising around and just having a good
All,
time
all
rolling around.
spring and summer. All spring, summer, and fall till the weather drops below 50. Y'all want to ride with us, just hit us up. Hit me up on Facebook if you want to ride.
So is this something that you've recently started or, cuz this
Uh,
is
my
obviously a hobby, huh?
my friends, they've been doing it for like 5 or 6 years, and then I just got into it like 2 years, and now it's like heavy. Like I love my bikes now.
Oh, I can definitely tell. I can definitely tell. One thing that's new, not so much new, but they're really starting to do down in the city wise is you're starting to see the bike lanes so people can ride their bikes down there. Um, and you see a lot of that in other countries, not so much here as you do. Now, do you guys? I've seen the videos of if you cruising down Detroit.
Yeah,
Is
we
there an
still do
area that
bike
you
lanes.
like or enjoy more than one or the other?
I like Easter Market. I like riding through there. I like going through Belle Isle. That's a hoof because we always ride from our neighborhood to Belle Isle, ride all the way through Belle Isle, and then ride back home.
Damn, that's a long haul.
Yeah, that's like 24, 25 miles.
Yeah, wow. So, a little back to wrestling here for a second. We talked a little bit about Horror Slam, and there's a lot going on in Horror Slam. They got shows pretty much every month, and they got guys from Impact coming in. They got guys from GCW coming in. They got guys from all over the country working all
Yeah.
kinds of different, kind of independents. It could be CZW. It could just be just about anything, right? Um,
If you're down to get bloody, you can work there.
Right. Now, there's a lot of people that are into this deathmatch
Yeah,
horror slam stuff, dude. And it's not quite
you could
my
see.
right. I see you got Schlack on there. It's
Yeah,
it's not my cup of tea. I've watched and I enjoy it. It's not something that I'm gonna go out, nah, right? I'm not gonna
yeah.
get crazy about it. But what do you think? What does say Horror Slam or GCW or anything that does deathmatch wrestling, CZW, things like that? What do you think fans get out of that compared to say just regular, AEW or WWE?
Some of us ain't normal.
Nah.
We like, we just, we're like when Rivera says, "Are you thirsty for blood?" A lot of us fans really are thirsty for blood.
It's not my thing,
Yeah,
I don't mind a little color, but I mean, when it's just oh man, I'm okay. Right?
yeah.
uh,
I
you
didn't,
know,
I didn't like cleaning up Jeff King's blood that other show.
right. Now,
Him and Peter were just dripping everywhere.
right, right. Uh, speaking of, Jeff, it's just been recently announced that he's gonna debut for GCW wrestling. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm happy for him. Him and Schlack teaming up against Nick Gage and Tremont. Might as well
Man.
say four of the best deathmatch wrestlers in one match.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man.
Lord
So
knows what they're gonna take.
right. Oh man. That's amazing stuff. You know, do you ref death matches yet, or are you not there yet?
I haven't. I wasn't really interested in it at first, but I'll do it now. Just
I'll
to
do it
feel like,
now.
yeah, at first I was like hesitant, but nah, I think if they really need a deathmatch referee, I'll do it just to say I'm ready. I'll challenge myself to do anything.
Right. Well, now that you've
You gotta
seen it,
try anything once.
right, right. Well, I mean, maybe you hadn't experienced it. Now that you've experienced a little bit more, and now you got that mind where
Yeah,
before maybe you didn't have that mind, then you've seen it. You're a little more open to it. What do you think?
yeah, I think so. Because at first I was like, I don't know if I could do it with just all the light tubes. Just,
Light
um,
tubes is a bit. That's a bit much,
yeah,
especially when they got
just
972 of them.
yeah, and I don't want to be the whole mess doing this.
Right. Now, so you're doing the ref thing. Do you ever see yourself maybe doing a little wrestling?
Not really, no. Man,
No,
I'll take a managing spot, but no wrestling.
no. All right. Why not?
I got into the game too late.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I hear you. I hear you. That's where I'm
I'm gonna
at
be
too.
37.
Right.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
be
See.
37 next year. So if I was, if I found out about House of Truth and Briar School and all this while I was coming out of high school, of course I would have lived my childhood dream and tried to become a superstar. But I found out 15 years too late, and I'm still gonna go through living my dream, but in the ring still, but not as a superstar.
Well, I mean,
I take the bump still.
right, right. Well, here's the thing too is like I'm a and I know this is how it is, but if the ref isn't getting yelled at in some way, shape, or form, he ain't doing his job right. You know what I'm saying? The ref
Exactly.
is
Yeah.
just as much a part of that match as the two people that are wrestling. You know
Yeah.
that. I know that.
And
Not everybody else
it
knows
took
that,
me, I had learning experiences because, like, sometimes when I'm in the ring, I was just like, oh my God, I'm in here.
right?
But like the more I got comfortable, like this past show at Legacy I did Friday, I say I'm all three matches I did and the little run in I did at the end, I feel like that was my top performance. Like I'm only getting better.
Well, and
Promoting, I'm only getting better. So if you want to see the best of me, put me on your show because I'm only gonna get better.
there you go, for sure. There's only so many promotions in the state of Michigan, which there's a lot, right? There is a lot. Doing this thing with Michigan Independent Weekly and putting all the shows out there, there are a lot of promotions in the state of Michigan. Now, some people, not everybody, but some people do want to venture out to Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Florida, whatever, Kentucky, Alabama, wherever it
Yeah,
may be.
I'll go anywhere to
Yeah,
travel.
do you are you trying to get out of the state?
Yeah, right now I just want to be anywhere. As long as I'm working every weekend, I'll be happy.
Yeah, for sure. Now, um, with that, you say like, do you have anybody that you confide in for like because like you got like the guys from DTA, right? So you got all the guys from DTA and like Aaron Orion's their dude, right? And Jack
Yeah.
Price is their dude. They're the guys that they're going to and they're asking for advice and they're saying, hey, like maybe you should try this or you should do that.
Yeah, I actually have a one ref that me and him we talk on a good level, and he lets me know when I'm messing up or when I'm doing good and what I'm doing wrong. And referee George Ross, he
Okay.
referees for Horse Slam, but his real name's George Zavadek. Go add him on Facebook too. He's to me I looked up like as a kid like Nick Patrick, the Hill referee, like. That's who I want to be. Like, if the threat or anybody needs that referee to just be illegal, I'm willing. I want to do that. Like,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
yeah,
Now you have to like I know like so the guys they do and I'm not sure if this is the same for the ref, they do the 12-week program and then you get your stamp of approval. If you make it through the program, you get your stamp of approval. How does
Yeah,
like it's
you had to
football
do that.
players, they practice. Wrestlers, they get in the ring and they run the ropes and they do maneuvers and they do these moves and things like that to practice. What does a ref do? How does a ref practice?
I had the ref, you know how many Atlas Hightower Sean Lawhorn's match I ref before I actually got into the doing my first real match?
So
Yeah,
so you like go to the school or something like that and they just do a match and you that's how you
like
practice?
for like 2, 3 hours. Like I feel bad for Lawhorn and Hightower. They were taking mad bumps for 2 hours while I'm just sitting there calling their match over and over and over until I would get it right.
Well, I mean, do you still have to do stuff like that or
I feel like I could, like, I still need some learning. I could
right,
always learn.
right. That's
I wish
awesome.
I would like to reach out to Brian Gorey and like learn from him.
Oh yeah, the
That's
man, the
I would
myth,
like
the
to work
legend.
for X. Yeah, that's why I'd like to get in that XI just to pick his brain.
Absolutely. And you see him not just at XI, but I've seen him at WWN for Evolve. I've seen
Yeah,
he's done a few things outside of
he's been
XI, but
everywhere. That's why I
right.
just want to pick his brain, like, because he been everywhere. He knows what it's like to be around the world, and I like want to know like what's it gonna be like, or if I ever reach it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, my man, so you talked about, you want to venture out. You want to go outside the state and work inside the state, work for these other promotions that maybe you haven't worked for. Maybe get up north to that UWE or Mr. Chainsaw Pro Wrestling or whatever. Maybe get over to the west side of the state for GLWA. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
But in order for them to get a hold of you, we need some contact information, right? We gotta throw out some social media, get your Facebook out there, your Twitter, your Instagram, whatever it is that you got, YouTube's, whatever. Just throw it all out there. But before you do that, listen, guys, everybody watching right now, I'm gonna throw that down here. There it is, down there in the description. If you're watching on your mobile phone, over would be on the right corner just below the screen, there's a little arrow. Click that arrow, it'll drop down the little drop down will come down, and that'll be where the description is, and that's where you'll find these links. I'm going to put these direct links right to his Facebook and all that stuff. So go ahead, throw that information out there, my man.
All right, for Facebook, it's Ezekiel Zeke Serratos. For Instagram, it's 12Z, the number 3, EK, the ref, SWPPZ. And for Twitter, it's just EJ Serratos.
All right, you got a YouTube or anything like that, or
No YouTube. I got Snapchat. It's EJ Serratos 523.
there you go. So what say a promoter wants to book you or something like that for a show, what's the best way to contact you? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, which one?
Either one.
Either one. Look at that. I like it. Man of many faces. He's like, yeah, get a hold of me.
Whichever way is best for them.
Right on, for sure. Well, hey, listen, man, I want to say thanks so much for doing this. And we're going to have to hook up one of these days at a show and sit down in the ring or something like that. Maybe one of these days at a Pro Wrestling All-Stars or a Horror Slam if I make it back out that way.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you, Cody.
Oh, no, man, no problem. Awesome. Thanks so much. One of these days, maybe we'll have to get you on the live show if you're not working on a Sunday or something and get you on one of the live shows.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man.
For sure. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget, smash that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already.
It's going down. This is Rasslin Rage. Do it now. This is Rasslin Rage. Scream it out loud. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man.